In this video, we will draw the graph of trigonometric function cos, which is in form of cos of x plus pi by 4. For drawing the graph, we need coordinates. For that, let's compare our given trigonometric function with the standard form. So, standard form is what? Y is equal to a cos of bx plus c plus d. On comparing, we will know A is actually amplitude of the graph. That means how much above or below it is with respect to the horizontal line. Amplitude. Amplitude is, we are only comparing like this. See, coefficient of cos. So amplitude is 1. And B is x coefficient. That is helpful to find period of the graph. So period of the graph is what? 2 pi divided by b, which is b is 1 here. So period is 2 pi. That means one cycle of the graph is completed from 1 of y-axis and until pi. So cos graph, no, it will go like that. Then we'll see phase shift. What is the meaning of phase shift? Phase shift is like how much laterally displaced the graph is, that one, which is found using the formula negative c over b, which is negative. C is here, it is here. This one is c. Negative of pi by 4 divided by 1. So negative pi by 4. That means the graph will not start on y-axis at 1. It will start a little bit left of the y-axis, vertical line. And then there is D is actually the vertical shift. So there is no vertical shift. So the graph can be done with this. So along the horizontal line, that means on x-axis, we are going to take the points which will be in form of 2 pi, which is the period. Period divided by 4. That is how we locate the points. So period is 2 pi divided by 4. So that is pi by 2. Its meaning is after 0, pi by 2, then pi, then 3 pi by 2, like that the points have to be plotted, but I am going to take still smaller points to get a clear picture of the graph. On the vertical line, that is y-axis, we will be taking points which are same as amplitude. So we'll take 0, 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2, like that. Now let's see on the x-axis what I'm going to take. I will take on x-axis first because the phase shift is negative pi by 4. I'll start from negative pi by 2, then negative pi by 4, then 0, then pi by 4, then see 1 pi by 4, 2 pi by 4 means what? Pi by 2, 3 pi by 4, 4 pi by 4 which is pi, 5 pi by 4, 6 pi by 4 which is 3 pi by 2, the 270 degrees, 7 pi by 4 and 8 pi by 4. 8 pi by 4 is actually 2 pi. Here one period of the graph gets over, that is why I have taken up to 2 pi. Beyond that the graph is only a replication of the same thing. Now let's start putting the values. Y is actually cos of x plus pi by 4. So in place of x, 1, these values of x will substitute and will solve. First, x has negative pi by 2. Negative pi by 2 plus pi by 4 means what? It's in a way pi by 2 minus pi by 4, which is pi by 4 but negative. Cos of negative theta is cos theta. So this will be cos, okay, that's 1 by root 2, no? 1 by root 2, which is 0.71 approx. In place of x, when you put or substitute pi, negative pi by 4, you get cos of negative pi by 4 plus pi by 4. Means what? Cos 0 is 1. Then in place of x, when you substitute 0, you get cos pi by 4, which is again 1 by root 2, which is 0.71. Okay, now putting 1 value like pi by 4. So you get cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. Cos 90 is 0. And when you put all these values, actually I substituted these all one after the other pi by 2 plus pi by 4 means what? 6 pi by 8. 6 pi by 8 is 3 pi by 4. Cos of 3 pi by 4 is means what? 3 times 45. 3 times 45 is 135, which will be in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, cos is negative. Negative of pi by 4 means what? 0.71. 3 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is 4 pi by 4 means what? Cos pi, which is negative 1. And then cos of pi plus pi by 4 means what? 5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4 is 225, which is in the third quadrant where cos is negative. Negative of 0.71. 5 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is 6 pi by 4, which is 3 pi by 2. That is 0. Cos of 270 is 0. 3 pi by 2 means 6 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is 7 pi by 4 means 315. In that zone, cos is positive. So that is going to be 0.71. 7 pi by 4 plus pi by 4 is 8 pi by 4, which is 2 pi, which is positive 1. And 2 pi means 2 pi plus pi by 4 is 9 pi by 4. So this angle is going to be in the first quadrant, which is going to be positive 0.71. Now we got all the coordinates. Now it's time to draw the graph. So I'm drawing the horizontal line on which I'll plot the x coordinate values, means the angles. On y-axis, we'll be plotting the trigonometric function on y-axis, and values of the angles on x-axis. So I have taken quite a good number of points, so not take any scale factor. Every one unit is pi by 4. So here this is pi by 4, then pi by 2, then 3 pi by 4, then there is pi, 5 pi by 4, 3 pi by 2, 7 pi by 4, and then 2 pi. You can take scale factor also, like every 2 units as a pi by 4. Then your graph will come a little bit stretched, more beautiful. On the other side, we have negative pi by 4. I'm plotting this because the graph had a phase shift of this. Means graph in a way originates from that position. Like that part will be the replicated part in right side and left side. I also have taken negative pi by 2 while doing the calculations. And then whatever angles we have taken on the positive x-axis, negative x-axis, the same one with negative sign you can do. But on y-axis, I'm taking scale factor. Every 2 units as 1, and this is negative 1. And that is 2, and this is negative 2. Let's start plotting. The first one, negative pi by 2 and 0.71. So this is somewhere 0.5. 0.7 will be somewhere here. So I'm encircling that so that we can easily locate. Then negative pi by 4 and 1, that is the point. Then 0 of x-axis, 0.71 of y-axis, that is it. So generally we start from 1, when amplitude is 1, but this time it is a little bit lower than that. Pi by 4 and 0, I'm encircling that. Pi by 2 and negative, okay, this is negative, so negative 0.71 is somewhere here. So this is that line of negative 0.71. That is with pi by 2. Okay, so this is it. This is that point. 3 pi by 4 and negative 1. 3 pi by 4 and negative 1, a little lower. Pi and negative 0.7. Okay, so that is, the graph is again rising up. 5 pi by 4 and 0, this one. 3 pi by 2 and, okay, this is that 0.71 line. 0.71 means 1 by root 2 line. 3 pi by 2 and this is the point. 7 pi by 4 and 1. 2 pi and 7, 1. This one. Somehow it came very, no, that's okay. All right, so now with freehand we have to join, not with scale. Reason, in between for every angle, if you use a scientific calculator and find, the numbers will take you in form of a curve, not a straight line. So with freehand, the graph is a curve like this, like this, like this. Wonderful, such a beautiful graph. Yeah, that is okay, but 7 pi by 4, that's 7 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4 and 1. Oh, I missed the point. So that's not on, that's what I was thinking what it is. 7 pi by 4 and 1, that is the graph rises up to this. Yes, this one and this. That completes one cycle. Now you can hold the paper and just fold it and you can replicate. You will get very beautiful one. So this is the graph one cycle. Okay. And later on you can do this. This is how the graph of this function goes. So this is the video on how to draw graph of trigonometric functions.